Ugh. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I will be giving you my review of WWE's recent pay-per-view event, WrestlePalooza. These are in fact my initial reactions to the show just wrapped up, so I'm recording this late on a Saturday night, talking in front of a camera about wrestling. Oh, fuck. Cut that part out. WrestlePalooza took place on Saturday, September 20th, 2025 in Indianapolis, Indiana. They've been getting a lot of fucking pay-per-views events. Too many, if you ask me. This was WWE's first pay-per-view event on ESPN Plus. Not that I would know. I just watched it on Netflix because it's way better. But WWE made sure you knew because at the start of the show, they played this big grand hype package about how, they're now the connection between sports and entertainment. Cool stuff, I guess. I don't really care. To be honest, I don't really care about all that. So let's just get into the first match here between John Cena and Brock Lesnar. Alright, to just clarify some stuff and to get some stuff out of the way at the beginning of the show, fuck Brock Lesnar, fuck WWE for bringing back Brock Lesnar, fuck anybody online that condones Brock Lesnar's alleged behavior, and fuck every single person in that arena tonight that was cheering on Brock Lesnar. Even, yes, you, little Jimmy, who doesn't even know his involvement in the sex trafficking ring, you are going to burn in hell right next to Brock Lesnar. So with uncomfortable real worldness aside, this match was just kind of, it was alright. It was just okay. It was whatever. I will say the entrances were pretty cool, especially Cena coming out with the kids. That's pretty nice of him. That's a really cool thing to do. And then the ring announcements, man. Holy shit, these ring announcements were awesome, man. Like, the never seen 17 greatest of all time versus Paul Heyman coming back to do Lesnar's announcements. It just created such an atmosphere and built up a lot of hype that had me, wrapped in, bro. I was ready. I was very hyped to see this match. I was excited. And then the match just turned out to be a pretty average Brock Lesnar match in all things considered. Of course, it started with Brock Lesnar starting strong here, getting the momentum, keeping it for a while. Cena occasionally fighting back, but being cut off pretty quickly, until we got to a point where, we didn't even do it. I just realized we didn't even do like a German suplex count during the night at all, that's crazy. That's kind of criminal. But yeah, F5s, AIs, and then Cena gets in 3 AAs, which isn't enough to pin Brock Lesnar. So he goes for the 5-knuckle shuffle, but Brock Lesnar counters and then just hits like 5 F5s in a row. So, and that's enough to pin John Cena to win the match. So yeah, man, I have no idea how long that match lasted. It felt like 10 minutes. Very much so like a video game where you remove the finisher like limits on them and they just spam them whenever they can. Yeah, it was just fine. I think it's weird to give Lesnar this win considering he really doesn't need it. It just makes me wonder what's like in store for that. I think the idea is like, Cena's still a vulnerable person. He's aging, he's slowing down a bit, so can't conquer all his opposition, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what Lesnar benefits from a win there. And I don't know what's next for him. I hope not too much. I really don't like seeing him on my screen. So yeah, man, I'm scared because these last few Brock Lesnar matches, aside from the Cody Rhodes stuff, they haven't really been very good. So I'm scared if he's gonna if they eventually do like the Gunther match at WrestleMania or something. I'm scared for the quality of how that match will turn out. And I wonder where Cena goes on from here. Who he wrestles at Crown Jewel Perth. So not much to say. I don't really care. I didn't really. It was fine. It did its thing. The crowd was really into it. So up next we have the Usos versus the Vision of Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, the Bronze. This was a fun match that benefited from its last-minute stipulation being a special guest referee in L.A. Knight. He led a lot of action, he had a lot of leeway in his refereeing, so he let a lot of, normally DQable offenses slide, so that was pretty fun. It basically became a no-holds-barred match, so which made the match better, so I'm glad they did that. Braun Breaker, man, I just have to shout this guy every single time I watch him wrestle, man, because he blows my mind with his athleticism, dude. He is such no pun intended, an actual legitimate genetic freak, dude, with his power, bro. Like the way he just picks people up, he runs around at like 20 miles an hour like a fucking rhinoceros on steroids, dude. Like every single move, like I'm sure like it's not fun to wrestle Braun Breaker because he's just probably so rough on you, man. I could see it in like Jimmy Uso's eyes, just how painful some of these moves he was taking were. But yeah, even when he messes up, he still makes it look really good because he's just that strong and powerful and that talented. So I can never not shout out Braun Breaker for his amazing stuff here. The story of the match, like towards the end, was how Jey Uso was their little beef with LA Knight, and how LA Knight was being a bit more paranoid that Jey Uso was going to attack him eventually. So they teased that all throughout, like towards the end here, and then in the end, ultimately, Jey Uso was the one to push LA Knight out of the way of a Braun Breaker spear through a table. So I guess there's still some good in Jey Uso after all. Jey Uso also at one point when he's hitting Braun Breaker in the back with a chair, bounces it off his back into his own head and gives himself a nice big cut on his forehead, which causes a lot of bleeding. So a little bit of ad lib to try to make that not look as obvious, because blood is bad, for our brand deals, bro. We can't be having our logos covered with blood in this television show, dude. Are you serious? So still though, fun match. Bronson Reed gets the win over Jey Uso with the tsunami, so they look good still. I'm glad they're still getting a big push. I hope there's something new they can do, man. I feel like they've been wrestling Jey Uso for like the entire year. I feel like that's all it's been. So I mean, obviously this is gonna lead to War Games, and that's when probably everything will just like splinter off, where we get like one big final match, kind of like last year with the whole Bloodline stuff. So we'll see, I guess. Yeah. Up next, Io Sky versus Stephanie Vacure for the vacant WWE Women's World Championship. This match was awesome. This match was really great. It's a really good technical wrestling on display here. I love the fact that women just have these moments that can shine. I love it when they have the pay-per-view matches, and it's not Becky Lynch. Like, I'm sorry, Becky Lynch, but god damn it, these women can really fucking wrestle. These girls can go, and it's awesome. Vacure works over the knee throughout the match, and Sky still finds ways to fight back despite that, injury. Some really awesome moves here. I really love the viciousness of like the single leg whip in the ropes from a Vacure, as well as the Spanish Fly, in which they did not like bounce off that mat at all. They just took all that brute force to their backs. So that looked really great. Stephanie Vacure specifically looked really awesome throughout this match. She looked really, really strong here. She was booked really strong throughout this match. And she won with this amazing fucking like corkscrew dive. I've never seen her. I can't remember the last time she's ever done that move yet. But that was an awesome finish to her match. And she wins the vacant Women's World Championship, which is awesome for her. Very happy for her, man. I think, she's obviously very passionate about WWE and, likes being the kind of person that WWE wants to have as their world champion. So I'm glad they actually did give the belt to her. Hopefully we can see some pretty good matches against the likes, Rhea Ripley. That's about it. But yeah, I think if there's one thing I would say, and I don't know how to go about this quite honestly, but then maybe we can like kind of modify her gear, because like every time she wrestles and she like takes a spot where she just lands on her stomach and the camera zooms in, there's a bit of a distraction. I don't know how to mention this without sounding like crass or something, bro, but it is very noticeable. If you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. It's very noticeable. It's pretty distracting at points. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't an issue with the Io Sky. I don't know what I'm saying no more. Like, maybe we can just modify your gear a little bit, just make it a little longer, just a little, just a little bit. There's nothing wrong with it. I promise you. It's just, you don't have to. I'm just saying, it's noticeable at points, especially with the slow-mo replay. God, why do they show it in slow-mo? Anyway, no, very fun, very good for Vacure. I'm very happy for her, and hopefully this is a good run for her, I hope. Up next, CM Punk and AJ Lee taking on Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. This match is super fun, man. It starts off at the first 10 plus minutes are Rollins working over Punk and just teasing the AJ Lee tag in Like, you know, they do every trick in their books. You know, like they do the false tag in, they do like just Becky Lynch working over Rollins a bunch. You know, like the double team. It's good stuff. And then once she eventually does get the tag, which by the way was the only tag of the entire tag team match here. Um, super entertaining stuff here, man. I love all the great intergender spots they were able to come up with. I love the I love the Rollins gorilla press slam uh onto Punk with Becky Lynch, but Punk moving out of the way, so Seth just power slams like his own wife. um I love the spot where AJ Lee gets Seth Rollins in the Black Widow. That's really fun. I love all, like, you know, Seth just trying to stop AJ from attacking his wife, and then Punk coming in and with Becky trying to stop CM Punk from attacking her husband, to which Lynch actually puts CM Punk in the sharpshooter, man, which is fucking hilarious. Because then Punk turns it around and puts Lynch in the sharpshooter. And then Rollins runs in like, "Hey man, stop giving the sharpshooter to my wife." So yeah, super good stuff here. I love the synchronized spots as well. The double Shining Wizard at the same time was really cool. The table spot looked really nasty, especially for AJ Lee. That looked pretty gruesome. So when she rolled back in, yeah, she was able to. I thought, you know, I didn't know what was gonna happen there, but then AJ was able to reverse the manhandle slam really well into the Black Widow, which got the tap out victory for CM Punk and AJ Lee. This match was really fun, man. I really like this one a lot. AJ Lee still looked good. She you know, she had her moments of, like, you know, mistiming, but still she looked really good here. Becky Lynch did really well here. Of course, Punk and Rollins know each other so well at this point that it's really hard for them to not have a good chemistry within their match here. So that was really awesome. But yeah, man, this match was fun. I would definitely recommend watching this match. A little brief intermission here as Undertaker comes out to the ring and sits next to Stephanie McMahon and announces that she will be inducted into the 2026 Hall of Fame. You know, again, whatever. It's just a WWE circle jerk thing. They just put in who they want to. At least Stephanie looked like genuinely, like, happy to be doing that. So, yay, good for her. That's a nice emotional moment, I guess, in a vacuum. But that's, you know, it's fine. But finally, in our main event, we have Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. This was a cool match. I actually really enjoyed this match a lot too. McIntyre stayed in total control throughout the entire match. You know, trying things, but Cody just would not give up. He will not quit. Even to a Claymore, Cody would kick out. He would try his hardest. He would try everything, which eventually led to Drew stooping down to levels of him going for the Claymore kick against the table, the same one he did to Cody all those weeks ago on SmackDown. But Cody misses. He misses. Drew kicks his foot through the table, severely damaging it. He's very hurt for this match now, so now we're back to an even playing field. Drew still looks to be gaining momentum, though, as he goes for another Claymore kick, but can't because his foot is so sore. And then Cody ends up hitting the Crossroads for the win. Very good match here. Very solid, you know, one and done feud for a pay-per-view here. I love the whole story. I love the storytelling over through all. I love how the story is with Drew McIntyre is always how much he himself is the reason he can't keep the title these days, which is, it's cool. I like that. It just adds more, you know, it just gives him that fire still to, like, all his it just gives him more motivation here. And I think the more justification for his actions he gets from moments like this, the more awesome his character is, you know, vindicated. And yeah, it just makes for compelling TV and a compelling character with Drew McIntyre still. He's still one of my favorites in WWE right now, so good for him. Good match here also. Good way to end the show. I thought they would have done more. I'm not sure what is next for Cody now. I guess he can get wrapped up in, like, this whole Vision drama as too now. To have, you know, world champions face off at, like, Survivor Series, which is, I assume, what this is all ending up in. But yeah, I don't know what's next for him in the long run, because SmackDown really doesn't have that many other top heels right now. The ones I can think off the top of my head are the MFTs and Aleister Black. That's it. I don't know who else you could throw into that main event spot without changing up something like Randy Orton maybe turning heel again. But still, regardless, this match was very good. And you know what? Call me crazy, call me a fed chill, whatever. This event was actually pretty cool. I really enjoyed this match. I feel like the work rate was of a higher standard than other events of the past. I think it was better than Clash in Paris specifically. And I think that WWE did a good job hyping up this event itself and putting on some really good special occasion matches that felt like big time events. So I enjoyed this quite a bit, man. I have to admit, I don't think that, Cena Lesnar is not something to return to, but I think every other match here is actually worth returning to, honestly. I think these are all very good matches here. But yeah, man. That's gonna do it for me. That's gonna be that's my review of WrestlePalooza 2025. Let me know what you thought of the show in the comment section down below. If you agreed, disagreed with anything I said in this video, please let me know down in the comment section down below so I can ignore it. Right here is a place of my other WWE reaction vids if you want to see my opinions on stuff like, Clash in Paris or NXT Heatwave or Forbidden Door, I guess, if you want to go back and look at some of those. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you will like very much. And then right here is just a little subscribe button. So be sure to click that as well if you want to see more, because in a few days coming I will be giving you my review of AEW's All Out event and seeing how it stacked up to an event like this. This one particularly, which one was the better of the night? It was AEW, but still, we'll see what I have to say. We'll see what I have to say. I don't even know what I have to say yet, but we'll see what I have to say here, man. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more from me. But that is going to do it for me. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.